It is now or never for you to move from the UK to Australia. For those of you who have been following the channel, you will know that I moved from the UK to Australia when I was 21, and since then the numbers have gone absolutely crazy for British people moving to Australia, particularly since COVID. The numbers have gone crazy. It's at a point now where the amount of British people living in Australia on a working holiday visa is at an all-time high. It is literally at record numbers. As I've gone into in this video, you will know there has never been so many Brits moving there, and for good reason, to be honest. The UK isn't in the best of situations at the minute. People are fed up with the state of the UK and are realising how much easier it actually is to move to Australia. But is it a now or never situation with moving to Australia? It definitely could be. Australia is definitely getting full. This is one thing that I get comments about constantly whenever I talk about moving to Australia, and a lot of people are fed up with the immigration into the country. They're saying that Australia is getting so full up. There's no doubt there's a bit of a housing crisis in Australia, and also jobs and stuff like that. And it might get to a point, you never know, with Australia where if a certain government comes in, they might want to stop all people moving to Australia completely, or limit the amount of British people that move to Australia. Right now it's never been easier, and English people can actually do 3 years in Australia on a working holiday visa straight up. I used to have to do farm work to extend my visa. Now it's 3 years straight away. It is that easy to spend 3 years in Australia, and who knows how long that is going to last. They brought them rules in July in 2024, so that was the first time that Brits were allowed to actually stay for 3 years consecutively, and who knows how long that's going to last, because the Australian government at the minute have allowed that. But if the country does continue to get as full up as it currently is, who knows, they might not continue it at that rate. They might limit the amount of people that can come in. I know certain countries there's actually a limit to how many people can actually come on a visa. That's one of the benefits of being from the UK. We have one of the best relationships with Australia in terms of that agreement of being allowed to move to Australia for that long and that easily. But who knows, it might not last. They might limit people to just 1 year, or you never know, they might even stop working holiday visas altogether. I doubt it, but you never know. And the current rate that things are going, maybe they will put a cap on it depending on which government is in charge in the future. So for that case, now is definitely the best time to move to Australia, because it's never been easier. I can't see the rates of people moving there slowing down anytime soon, to be honest, because why would you not want to get out of the UK, the current situation that it's in? And it's only going to get harder and harder to find jobs, to find houses in Australia, because the rate that people are moving there is a lot quicker than they're able to keep up with in terms of building houses and having jobs and stuff like that. It's definitely a lot harder. New Zealand, where I currently am, are also experiencing the highest levels of immigration to Australia ever. So maybe it's not now or never, but the sooner you move to Australia, the better, because the longer you give it, the more full it's going to be. Even when I moved to Australia, I first moved there nearly 3 years ago, and back then it didn't seem like it was that full. I think things have sped up massively in the last couple of years with people not being able to get houses and jobs. It's definitely getting harder very quickly. So I don't know what you're waiting on moving to Australia. It's not something which I would say you want to put off at the moment. The quicker you can move there, the better, because I thought I was one of the early ones moving to Australia, but it's better to move now than wait an extra couple of years, because you don't know what the situation is going to be like in Australia. Generally, moving abroad, I think it's one of them things which you don't want to put off too much anyway. I think the more you think about it, unless you're 100% set, the more you think about it, the more you could overthink it sometimes and put it off, and maybe even end up not going. I think with Australia, the best thing you can do is just apply for your visa. That takes a few weeks to come through anyway, and in them few weeks you can actually plan everything to do with moving there, and then once your visa comes through, book your flights, and then you can just go. People put this move off for years. I had it put off for me by COVID. I wanted to move a lot sooner than I actually did. But this is your sign. If you're one of them people who is planning to move to Australia, I would honestly do it as soon as possible. One, because for your own benefit, you just want to get there, do you know what I mean? You don't want to be overthinking every step, because it is a lot simpler than you think. And also, yeah, the situation, you don't know how full it's going to get. You never know what the situation's going to be in 2-3 years time with houses, with jobs, or with the working holiday visa in general. I have recently applied for my 3rd year working holiday visa in Australia. I'm so excited to get back to Australia. It was literally the best 2 years of my life living there, and I'm so excited to go and live a 3rd year in Australia. But whether it's your 1st year, your 2nd year, or your 3rd year, book that visa. This is your sign, and it is the best time to move. So stop putting it off, get yourself to Australia before they get too full up. If you need any other help with moving, check out my other videos and my moving abroad guide. Everything is in the description. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video.